Hey Scorpio, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. Okay, first card that we have out is the Sun, and I'm also seeing the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So this can mean feeling like optimistic or like hopeful about the future, like where things are going, or even the progress that you've been making, like that sort of thing. This can also be like something to feel really happy about, or this can be like good news that you're getting. But this feels more like your current disposition, like having the Sun come out, it feels like trying to channel that energy and like open yourself up to it, right? Because the Sun is connected with our hearts, and it's connected with our happiness, and it's connected with joy, and it's connected with our inner child, and just like things that feel very pure to us. This is feeling like you're allowing yourself to be happy with something here, like something that you do feel genuinely happy about, but you know sometimes it can be hard for us to allow ourselves to be in that space, because if we allow ourselves to be happy about something, it's like, is something going to happen now, especially too with like the disposition of Scorpio placements, right? Like we're used to things being taken away, or like having to surrender things, or things changing, or like waiting for the next thing to happen, you know. But I really do feel like your heart is feeling extremely open in this moment, and that you are just like allowing yourself to be happy, like as you should be too. There's like no reason not to be. But it feels like a significant moment, because maybe this isn't really like something that you've let yourself do in the past, where it feels like you're sort of like letting go and just being how you're being right now, and like feeling how you're feeling, and it feels good is what I'm seeing. So very beautiful to see. Feels very progressive as well. Feeling hopeful too about things. This feels about like especially what you currently have going on, and like where that's headed for you. Okay. Now something is coming to light. Could have some choices coming up, or like a big choice that's coming up, and I'm seeing you. There are like reasons for wanting to be centered when you do this. So it's like making the right choice for the right reasons, like being motivated by the right things. Okay. What I'm seeing as far as like visually, interesting, visual. Maybe something that you feel focused on. What I'm seeing visually and like intuitively, the way that these cards are coming out, you have the Two of Swords, which can be like, do I go this way or that way? And it's like on one side you have the Sun, and the Sun is like stuff that genuinely makes you happy, and you like keeping your heart open and feeling connected and keeping yourself open and like staying optimistic. And it can be like a choice about that, of something that would make you happy, versus, and making a choice with that in mind. So if this is a choice, it's like, what's going to motivate that choice? Is it going to be the Devil, or is it going to be the Sun? Making a choice with the Sun is like putting your focus and your energy into something where you actually want it to go. And it can be making a choice and being like, I'm being hopeful about this, I'm being optimistic, this is what makes me happy, like things are going to work out. It's like that type of thing, where there's a sense of you actually following your heart with the decision that you're going to be making, versus maybe making a decision based off of fear, or based off of attachment, or something that is like some type of illusion of some sort, something that would be like controlling you actually making the choice that you would want to make. So that may be something that you're trying to figure out right now. It's like the battle between these two things. So it's like, I could make a decision this way, or I could sort of do it this way. But if you make a choice that's motivated by the devil, it would potentially be something that like locks you in or traps you in a way that takes away your like agency or your freedom. And with the sun, like you see too on this card, I have to be like particular about like what I'm showing just because of, maybe I can't like show you guys because of censoring. In the devil card, it's like these people are like chained up and stuff and chained to that, and it's how we're like chained to our attachments. But our attachments to like what isn't. It's never what actually is. It's like things that we're doing because we feel like we're trying to balance something out. But it's never really going to be the solution, but it can be things that we convince ourselves it's going to be the solution. Like, I'm making it for this reason, but really it's just going to further like cage you in some way. And then when you look at this sun, you see like this little kid on the horse, and they're not really like restrained or restricted by anything. You know, it's like, it's a very free looking card. Like, you're not seeing anything that's like holding this person back, and they look joyful. Like on the devil, it's like you may be getting something that you want in like a moment, or like some sort of instant gratification, but you feel like you made it out of sort of being a slave to whatever that thing is that you're sort of like consigning, just like connecting yourself to. And then with the sun, it feels like a different type of freedom. Like, I'm making this choice because it makes me happy. And the devil is kind of like, I'm making this choice because I don't have like any other choice. You know, it can feel like that, where you feel forced into something because you're like not willing to let something go. It can be like that sort of thing. And you can be feeling conflict because of that too. But how you know that something is the devil and not something that you just like want out of a pure energetic space is that when we make choices with the devil, it's because we feel like we need that thing outside of ourselves in some way. But it also sort of like takes away our power because we're empowering that thing instead. With the sun, we feel empowered because we're empowering ourselves. So that's what it looks like it's up between with this. So one choice is like, I have the power and I feel good about that and I feel a freedom within that. The other one is like, I'm giving my power to this thing, and so that's why I have to go in that direction. It's like that sort of thing. And that's why there is what looks like confusion about something, feeling unsure. Some of you, this is a future related thing. It looks like this is like a personal decision of yours. Like, you have options within your personal life for picking whatever this is that you're going to be choosing or needing to decide upon or make up your mind. This can be about like what you're going to be committing yourself to. I want to get more. It does seem like one option may be like a little bit more challenging, but it's going to be more worth it to you. And there can be another option where it could be easier to just go in that direction, but it wouldn't feel so genuine to you. So it's like the right thing for you. It may be more difficult, but it's like, it's going to be worth it. It's one of those things where it's like, maybe this isn't the easiest thing, but because it's important to me, like, I'm willing to show up for it like that, versus you may be sticking around and being comfortable with something that you have or something that you're familiar with, and being like, it's easier not to like break away from this because like I'm already in this cycle anyway, like that sort of thing. There can also be a bit of a feeling of like not wanting to work something out because it doesn't just like automatically make sense to you. And that can be something that you're figuring out as well. Like, when is it worth you to actually like enter into the space and work something out versus like when is it just out of alignment and you need to sort of leave it alone? All subjectively, like this would all just be, there's no standard you should or shouldn't do this. It's really just what you believe you should be getting involved with or not. Like what you believe is right for you or what's not right for you. Because I'm seeing there be like mixed feelings here that you're trying to figure out that has to do with, it looks like a commitment of yours. And this can be also like multiple commitments too that you have. And there's something here that like part of you may not want to deal with this is what it's feeling like. And I'm getting there need to be prioritizing, but you may need to prioritize, you may feel you need to prioritize something that you're like, oh, I don't want to prioritize it though, because it's bringing up these feelings when I have to like look into it or focus on it or work on it, you know. Like maybe it's not the most fun thing to bring your attention to. But prioritizing that is going to bring you clarity, and also figuring out too what's going to motivate this choice of yours is also going to bring you the clarity that you seek as well. Because I am seeing something where there's like a toss-up or you figuring something out and you may feel like you lack the clarity that you seek, and you're only going to find it by like diving into this and being patient with the process and seeing what it says to you. Prioritizing what you want can be also figuring out what you want and what you actually think is going to make you happy, or like be aligned with your pursuit of happiness. Like what's genuinely going to feel fulfilling to me. Let me think about this. Okay. You also, so as you're figuring out and prioritizing what you want, I'm seeing something here about taking action and communicating that. So I'm seeing this person over here being like, I'm really trying to have like the main course of what I want be like the actual main course here. For me to focus on that, for me to choose that, for me to prioritize that, for me to sort of bring that in the balance of everything else that I have going on. It's not the Six of Cups. Nine of Cups is associated with like what you want, and then we have Knight of Cups, which is then expressing that and communicating that. So it may be very important for you to figure out what you want and then express that. And I'm seeing it have to do with like a new chapter, and I'm also getting to that this is something that you have to take action on. Like you're being called to take action here, and it's about you like choosing and figuring out what it is that you want. You know what your intuition is telling you, but you may be like not feeling that. When I say not feeling that, I mean you are feeling it, but you may be like, I don't want to be. Some of you have something that you're involved in or like committed to, but it could be something more low-key that you have going on. You may not want that to impact the responsibilities that you have. Because you could have like feelings of like what you're supposed to be doing and like what you're meant to be doing. And you may not want something to get in the way of that. Because I'm seeing some like anxiety that you're feeling that's connected with like your responsibilities and sort of what you have going on within your life. And how you intuitively make those decisions. But you could be like keeping something to yourself here. So, putting your focus and awareness on prioritizing. So, what's coming to light is something that you're prioritizing. You have to make a decision about what you want. I'm seeing the Devil and I'm seeing the Knight of Cups. So that can mean that you could feel that something is sort of getting in the way of you expressing yourself. It can be like an attachment, and that's what's getting in the way of you truly expressing yourself. This can also be, it's getting in the way of me truly like understanding what I'm trying to say here, like what I'm actually feeling here. And it's about having mixed feelings about a new beginning. I'm hearing crushed. The Devil can also be like fear too, that's motivating us as well. That like because we feel impacted by something, it's again like making it difficult. It's like you want to say something and when it comes out, like gibberish just keeps coming out. And it's because of the influence of the Devil here. Let me see if I can get more about what this is and like why this is impacting you. From doing whatever this is that you need to do. Can we clarify? Yeah, you may need to get help with something, is what I'm seeing. Whatever this is. It can also be something that you're having a hard time breaking out of. Getting help with a new chapter. Some of you, this has to do with a relationship. Yeah, I get this vibe that there's a deeper level to what you want, and then there's like a more surface level to what you want. And you could feel like there's a more spiritual level to what you want, and then there may be a more like lower chakra connection to what you want. And you could be trying to like figure out that dance right now between like what is genuinely at the center of my heart versus what is like attachment related that I think that I want. And I'm seeing that sort of where the confusion is, because it's like there are these two different parts of you, and one of them would be like a genuine heart expression of what you want, and the other one would be based off of attachment. And that's not to say that one of them is like more real. Like both of them are real on their own plane of consciousness, right? Like both of them are real on like some type of level for you, but one of them is going to be feeling more, you're going to feel more connected to it, and it's going to feel more genuine, and it's going to feel more satisfying, versus another one that may be where you're like outsourcing something that you could be doing for yourself. And you may be like, well, which one is it am I supposed to make this decision with? And it's because whatever the Devil is, it needs to be sort of like taken care of, it seems. And that's what's making things confusing. It's what's making it difficult for you to like express yourself and like what you actually mean. It can also be like what you want on an emotional level versus what you want on a physical level too. But some of you feel like you have like some type of dependency that you could be addressing, but because it's sort of like active right now and not being addressed, it's creating confusion within this process. But I keep seeing something about getting help for this. So some of you, you are going to get help for it, like whatever this may be for you, but it may be something that needs to be expressed. Yeah, I do see, like, with the High Priestess and the Four of Cups, this can be like you're getting messages and you've connected with your higher self and your guides, and you already know like what they're sort of advising you to do, and you know within your soul what to do here. But there can be a part of you that there's like a part of you that's playing a certain role that may want to stay doing that because you're identified with that, and you're like potentially not going to listen to yourself. But also, that's not to say that you're not going to, you just may not want to right now. So it's kind of like the devil is saying, hey, make this decision and do this thing, and you feel very influenced by that because, again, like we empower the devil, and so we like give our power away to that, and so we sort of have that bond and that connection there, like that tether, versus your higher self, which is going to be like, you're going to be happier doing this, and also it's always just your choice of what you want to do. And you may know that and be like, I know that that's what I should be doing, but because it may be easier to go along with the devil, whatever this is, there's this part of you that's like, I don't really want to listen to the High Priestess right now. You know, like even though you know the High Priestess is right, there can be this part of you that's like, I'm not ready to admit it yet, or like I wish that this were an easier situation, or something like that. But then I'm seeing there be anxiety, and I'm seeing there be conflict because like you know what the right thing for you is to do, like on a deeper level versus what may be more convenient. And I'm seeing that sort of be the battle currently that's happening. Because there may be something where it's like you don't want to lose a certain position. It has something to do with the King of Pentacles is what I'm seeing. But the High Priestess is like, I'm leading you towards like your purpose and the things that you're meant to be doing. So like you're not really going to lose it. But because you have an attachment to like something here, you may be like not feeling trusting of that and being like, I don't know if I really believe you or if I really want to, because then I'm gonna have to give away this thing that I'm attached to, or have to like loosen my grip on this thing that I feel attached to. And so that can be the thing that's difficult for you. But even when you're holding on to this position, you're feeling anxiety because it's out of alignment. But you may like something that, you may like the perks that come with this, or something like that. Or like what you get because of it. It's like that type of thing. Which, again, there's like nothing wrong with that. But because you're feeling this like uneasiness, that's why your guides are bringing this up to be like, hey, this is what's going on here, and you also just get to make the choice that you want to make. This is just about bringing awareness so you know what's going on, so it's not feeling confusing for you anymore. Yeah, I'm seeing you just don't want to let go of something, but I'm seeing you be encouraged to let go of something. And it seems like you may invest in the unknown rather than maybe the known here. Okay, we're gonna leave the reading here. I want to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm seeing the sun, I'm seeing Capricorn, I'm seeing the moon. This can be connected with wherever you have Capricorn ruling, whatever house Capricorn is ruling within your chart, or whatever Capricorn placements you have. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.